United Nations support to achieve Nigeria's energy targets, as NNPC Limited is set to engage private firms to run Warri, Kaduna refineries. Eurozone inflation drops to 2.2% in the month of August. On the first half of our show today, we will stay with ongoing economic reforms in Nigeria. Nigeria is currently undergoing a transformative phase marked by significant economic reforms aimed at revitalizing the nation's struggling economy. According to the federal government, these reforms are designed to address long-standing issues such as high inflation, inadequate infrastructure, and pervasive poverty. Well, we'll stay with that on the first half of the show today. And on the other side of the show, that big deal, Oando PLC successfully completes its acquisition of Nigerian Najib Oil Company from an Italian energy giant, Eni, for a total consideration of $783 million. What does this mean for the industry? The upstream of Nigeria's oil and gas industry. Well, these are some of the discussions we'll be having today. We'll also see a wrap of the market for the month of August. It's the last work day in the month of August. What's playing out at the exchange? We'll touch at that point too before we wrap up today's show for you. Promises to be interesting as usual. But first, let's bring you up to speed with stories making headlines around the world of business. Now, the Special Advisor on Strategic Communications and Media Relations to the Minister of Power, Mr. Bolaji Tunji, says the federal government is seeking the United Nations technical assistance and financial support to meet Nigeria's energy targets. The Special Advisor to the Minister said this in a statement after a minister's dialogue with international audience made up of representatives from Britain, Brazil, Pakistan, Tonga, and Philippines. This event was put together by the United Nations Development Program and the United Nations Office for Project Services. Now, the minister who joined the event virtually in his presentation titled Generating Sustainable Energy for Development, Nigeria's Bold and Ambitious Vision, urged the United Nations to be involved in Nigeria's efforts aimed at achieving its energy targets by providing technical assistance, capacity building, and financial support. Meanwhile, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has announced its intention to engage private companies to oversee the operations and maintenance of its refineries in Kaduna and Warri. The national oil giant made this known in a circular through its official X account. The NNPC said these companies will play a crucial role in ensuring reliability and sustainability to meet the nation's petrol supply and energy security needs. It further indicates that the tender process for the refineries will be handled as single tender conducted in 3 stages: expression of interest, technical and commercial. According to the circular on X, it said the process will take advantage of all possible cost-saving opportunities related to the procurement of consumables, personnel management, and use of systems such as computerized maintenance management software and warehousing management system. Well, let's get to our first topic of discussion today. Well, you hear recently that the International Monetary Fund says achieving Nigeria's projected 3.1% economic outlook for 2024 is dependent on the implementation of stronger reforms. Mr. Christian Ebeke is IMF's resident representative. He said this at the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry's International Business Conference and Expo 2024 with the theme Invest Nigeria. Mr. Mbeke said that for the country to grow slightly from the 2.9% rate of 2023, further reforms on governance and business regulations were needed. He said that such reforms would transform its growth momentum to something more durable. He, however, said that the country had recorded progress in its credit market as well as financial and external sectors. Insecurity, tight financial conditions, multiple taxes, insufficient power and corruption are identified as foremost constrained by business owners and leaders across the country. Let's stay with some of these burning economic issues. Mr. Adetilewa Adebajo is the Chief Executive Officer of CFG Advisory. He joins me on the show to continue this conversation. Good afternoon. It's good to have you on the program. It's been a while. Good afternoon, Mr. Adebajo. Can you hear me? We're live. All right, then we'll try to connect again to Mr. Adebajo. Mr. Adebajo, can you hear me? Can you please unmute yourself? All right, let's take a break and try to reconnect with our guest and we get on our conversation. This is Business Nigeria.